Greetings. Aloha. I'm gonna wait for just a moment before I start so that I actually start at 3:33. I want to take this opportunity to just take a couple, 3 really deep breaths with one another and just step into a centered space. And also with the intent to remind myself and everyone out there that at any moment in time we can take space and just center and take 3 deep breaths. It really changes so much. So, an invitation to do that with me now. Take a deep breath. Another deep breath. Another deep, deep, deep breath. Hi, welcome. My name's Clayton Allred. I'm the president of the Church of Flames. Flames is an acronym for fire, love, art, music, equality, and sustainability. And those are all things that I'm personally very passionate about, and all things that I feel can lead people to working together, to bridging those gaps of our differences and healing old traumas and old judgments and stepping into new vibrations, higher vibrations together. So I want to start off with our mission statement. Actually, our purpose, and then our mission statement. Our purpose is F.L.A.M.E.S is a sacred container providing education through arts, wellness, and sustainability for human and planetary evolution. One more time. I'm going to read that one more time, okay? Because it's so powerful. It's what we're all about. F.L.A.M.E.S is a sacred container providing education through arts, wellness, and sustainability for human and planetary evolution. So, and our mission is, we believe in the conscientious activation of one's godlike self. As creators, we hold sacred the value of free agency and freedom of choice. In remembering our equanimity and our divinity, we transcend pain, fear, doubt, judgment, and shame into higher vibrational frequencies of compassion, forgiveness, understanding, acceptance, and accountability. Expanding our own unique relationship to the divine. F.L.A.M.E.S is the Church of fire, love, art, music, equality, and sustainability that brings ideas into manifestation. Combining ancient wisdom with modern technologies allows for the creation of a sustainable planet. We believe vibrational frequencies holds keys to transforming our inner and outer worlds. Fire and sound offer frequencies that have the power to transform both metaphorically and literally. Ceremony, ritual, movement, and breath are centralized to the expansion of self-exploration and loving awareness. As above, so below. We are all one, operating within a unified state of consciousness. By uniting like-minded people and resources, we work together with a common goal, creating peace and abundance for all life on planet Earth. Through education and providing alternative solutions, we raise the frequency of our collective consciousness now. And I know that that's a long mission statement, but it's a powerful mission statement. And it's a powerful action, and it's a powerful dream. And this is an invitation for you to get involved. For reach out, connect, grab my hand. I'm reaching out. Let's start reaching out. You know, there's an interesting property of water, and that is that hydrogen bonds. Water's always bonding. It's always got in a hexagon pattern. Okay, and it's always reaching. It's always it's grabbing it. Other molecules always constantly in these patterns where it's holding, they're all holding each other. They're all connected. And we are water. We're 60% water, right? At least. And there's a lot to learn from water. And we as a human race, when we start holding each other up, when we start gathering together and continuing grabbing together and supporting each other, raising each other up, holding each other up instead of tearing each other down. And it all starts with us holding ourselves up within ourselves, allowing that network to just really, and we do that by loving ourselves and not judging ourselves. And when we do find ourselves judging ourselves, giving ourselves some love and some compassion, and then making new commitments so that we are loving ourselves and getting better and better every day. And when we get knocked down, or when we catch ourselves talking negatively to us, we acknowledge it, we let it go, and we love ourselves through it, and we shift our focus of attention onto something that is in the direction and alignment of what we want to be experiencing. And we take a step forward in that direction with each thought. And it's just all about loving the self. And today is actually Love-Fest Day. It's been we've been celebrating it since the 14th, because this whole transit has just had so many beautiful blessings from above, astrologically blessing us with this beautiful alignments and relationships that are happening, that are affecting us. Rather, we are choosing to be conscious and aware of it or not. And as above, so below. And here we have the opportunity to fully love and embrace this beautiful vessel that houses this beautiful, unique expression of the divine, right? We're all microcosms. And there's a macrocosm, and we can go as down as many microcosms as we want until we're like in the subatomic world, right? And I'm sure that if we could look even more finite, we'd probably it doesn't just end at a certain point, and it doesn't just end at a certain point when we look into the macro. It might come to a point where we can't understand it. We can't even fathom it. But it doesn't end. And that isn't the focus of this particular life experience that we are blessed to have. The point of this life experience that we're having here on planet Earth has nothing to do with figuring out what happens next. And it has nothing to do with figuring out uh, what happened before. What it really has to do with this is this beautiful moment of now. This beautiful opportunity that we get to have to express ourselves, to discover ourselves and our unique gifts, to make micro choices moment to moment to moment along the way, choosing what we grab onto, what we learn, what we choose into, what we choose out of. All of these choices are shaping, right? And we have this, we are the masters. We are the masters of our lives, and we're choosing at all moments in time. And what are we choosing to shut ourselves off to? What are we choosing to be conscious and aware of? What are we choosing to be open to? What am I choosing to learn? What am I choosing to shift my narrative on and transform and heal? These are all really important questions in the now and have far greater importance than what happens in the next life or what happens, how it all began. What's important is, what are we choosing to do now? What am I choosing to do in my life now? And what I'm choosing to do is I'm choosing to hone myself. I'm choosing into self-exploration. I'm choosing into connection with friends. I'm choosing into creation. I'm choosing into supporting my beautiful, talented friends, making new ones, reaching out to other like-minded human beings that might have solutions or parts of solutions or understanding of possible solutions to basic human needs, and working together to create better and better and better and multiple examples of affordable solutions to basic human needs. Because one of my primary goals is to replace scarcity with abundance. Because really, there's no reason for anybody on planet Earth to not have clean drinking water. There's just no reason for it. We have the technology to create that today. If we all work together, within a couple of weeks, everybody that wanted access to free drinking water, to clean, yummy, vitalized drinking water, could have that if we all work together. And it's not so much of a pipe dream, actually, when we start seeing results of teams and people that are working together. And the more we see that, the more it ripples out. And the more we come from beautiful spaces of compassion instead of judgment. When we really take it higher and come from a space of love and hold people there, especially when we're encouraged not to, or the situation is of such that is highly, it's tough, even, could be very difficult to not take something personally or not like judge it and condemn it, and instead hold it in a space of compassion. Those are the moments, though, that are so powerful. Those are the moments that portals open and allow others. It makes it easier for others to do so in their own lives, in their own situations. And that's an encouragement for, let this, if anything I say today other than feel like, love yourself. And if you have a hard time loving yourself, love yourself, or just give yourself worth. I am valued. I am valuable. I am worthy. I am worthy of love. And even if you don't feel like you're worthy of love right now, Try it. Please. Give it a chance. Trust me. You say, I am worthy of love 9 times. And really and say it. Even if it's hard to say the first few times. It's okay. Just say it. Because our words carry vibration, and vibration is information. And when we speak with clarity to the universe, especially if the more we speak something, the clearer we get about it, and the more the universe responds. And when you are talking about yourself in I am statements, you are proclaiming that is what you are. And even if, so just let's do it with me. For, Forget about loving yourselves for right now. Everybody just put your right hand on above your heart chakra, or on your heart chakra, left hand on top of your right, and repeat after me. Let's do this 9 times, 3 sets of 3, okay? And it's, I am worthy of love, okay? We're going to do this 9 times. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love. Deep inhale. Exhale. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love. Deep inhale. Exhale. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love. And this is so, and so it is. Oh. Okay, now. Deep inhale. Exhale. Everybody out there, join me in this, please. I love myself. 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 Let's do 3 more. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. And put your left hand on your heart chakra, your right hand on top of it. I gratefully receive this divine love for myself now. And deep inhale. Exhale, giving your heart so much love. And just breathing normal, receiving that love. Feeling that love. Being that love. Yeah. All of our water molecules, everything within us is, and you can go ahead and just pat yourself, love yourself, hug yourself, love yourself, love your face, love your knees, love your body. Yum, 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 yum. Thank you for everybody that participated in that with me. This is one of the things that we practice, that I encourage members of the Church of Flames to practice, especially on Love Fest Day, which is today. And Love Fest Day was originally coined by an astrologer named Christopher Witecki, who has Namaste Today and Serious Joy. He's the creator of the 11 Steps to Serious Joy. He is magnificent. If you get an opportunity, please check him and his community out. Yes. Big shout out to Christopher Ruategi. Much love, brother. Um, but Love Fest Day is every time the moon crosses Venus or becomes closest to Venus in its cycle. And it happens once a month. And today, it's actually kind of had this little uh, wobble, but today is what we decided uh, was Love Fest Day as an organization, as looking with Aaron and uh, what all the stars were doing. However, we just decided to celebrate Love Fest Day from Valentine's Day until tomorrow, actually. But I feel like today, or the 20th. You know what? Celebrate it until the 20th. Because the 20th's a big day, too. There's still so much going on astrologically, and these are uh, beautiful blessings that are like really opening new doors for us as human beings, and we can take opportunities to walk through those doors. And it's not like it's more walking through a door within yourself energetically, and within you do that, then all of a sudden you're relating with others in a different way, right? And your reflections are reflecting differently, and we have the opportunity to uh, take a look inside and walk through doors within ourselves or not. um, and so, if you are interested in walking through new doors within yourself, I highly recommend watching, especially this week's Temple of Equality video that was posted the other day. It is out of this world. I cried. I was blown away. It was the best description of the nodes I'd ever heard. So many beautiful gifts and blessings in that video, and so many opportunities to step into new doors and discover new things, especially if you're just coming into the Church of Flames and you're just discovering us. Um, we are about providing a multitude of ways and things to take a look into the self. We are not here to tell you what is right or wrong. We are not here to tell you uh, what you should or shouldn't do, or what you should or shouldn't believe in. No. We are here to provide sacred space, an education through arts, wellness, and sustainability for human and planetary evolution. And part of that is providing opportunities for our members to take a deeper look inside the self, because to know thyself is the most powerful thing that you can do. And you know what? You are your own you. I'm not you. I am part of the greater I am, and we're all connected, and we are all part of something greater, and we are all brothers and sisters on this planet, and we all have mothers and fathers, and we all have, uh, you know, we all have these relationships, and some of us don't. Those relationships have passed on or were never there, but we all come from a mother, and we all have a father, a biological father, right? And we are all connected. And we are all our own unique blessing to one another. You are a gift. I am a gift. And when we start receiving each other as the beautiful gifts that we are, and when we all are offering the beautiful gifts that we are, because we have decided to look, decided to tap in, decided to explore the self. That's what we're all about. And providing providing opportunities and different ways of uh, releasing shame, releasing judgment, releasing pain, self-forgiveness, forgiveness, compassion. Because those are the things getting in the way of us having peace. To create peace within is to create peace in the outer world. And the more we can do that and inspire one another to dive in without attachment to what is right or wrong, and but from a space of offering. Uh, so really encourage everybody to not only join the Church of Flames Equality Facebook page, but also if you're just coming into this, start at week 1 and work through. Erin has done a really great job of delivering some really complex information in small digestible ways, uh, where we're now entering where we're starting to journal, and we're actually she's actually inviting you to co-create a journal like workbook with her, which in and of itself will be this beautiful experience. But the information and looking at things like the gene keys and human design, and really starting to explore the I Ching, which is nothing, has no. Uh, the beautiful thing about this is it's not about any religion, even though we are, as an organization, redefining the word church, because uh, all beliefs and belief systems, in my opinion, especially when there's a large populace of people that believe that we are all one, that we are gifts for each other, that we believe in peace on planet Earth, that we believe in the human race, that we believe in the human race and its ability to wake up to the point where we're choosing to step back into nature. We have in the past, we've removed ourselves from nature and put ourselves above nature, and we've taken ourselves out of the system and decided that we are above the system. And I believe I believe in the human race. I believe that we can learn how to redevelop that relationship with Mother Nature, work in harmony with Mother Nature, and work in harmony with one another. And I do believe that we are collectively able to create new, beautiful ways of doing so. And it really starts with the self. And it really starts with listening. And it really starts with listening to the self. So that's another thing that this church is all about, is really pumping this into your brain, into your heart. Trust yourself. Trust your heart. If something comes up and says, check in and see, is this my heart speaking, or is this a fear speaking? Am I coming from a space of love in this moment, or am I coming from a space of being afraid of something? That's the first, like, when you can start identifying that and where you're coming from in your own mind, in where you're viewing your current perspective of the moment, right? And if you're even in the moment, you're doing a good job. You know, like, even I'm not always in the moment. You know, Ram Dass, be here now. I'm still find myself reflecting on the past or looking into the future. And anytime I catch myself like that, I allow myself to dream, absolutely, and I feel like dreaming is great, but it's also about reeling it back into the moment. What am I embodying in the moment? And the more I can be conscious and aware of that, the more powerful I am in my moment. And I'm getting better and better and better every day because I'm choosing into being conscious and aware of that. And I invite you to do the same. Um, but yeah, check out Aaron's equality videos. It's a great way to really start um, working the things that this church is based upon, that are all overlapping systems, and sacred geometry. I mean, quantum physics, the I Ching, love, water molecules, like, and it really in her, we're really focusing. She's focusing on uh, human design, gene keys, the I Ching, and astrology, and just really being conscious and aware of uh, your own profile and where it's sitting into the where we're at in the overall system and what we're all learning, uh, and how we can navigate that and how we can communicate and serve one another in greater ways, because we're first of all utilizing our own talents and skills and uh, living true to our design, and that will make sense when you dive into it, right? Um, but when we start doing that, especially when we start working together with others in practicing that, wow, what a powerful, beautiful space that is. And uh, just to really dive into the self and love the self, and uh, and then you're walking around not looking for love, not looking for somebody else to validate your worth, not looking for. It's a completely different space, and our relationships become completely different. So, yeah. Uh, Little announcement: we had a beautiful little get together out here in Quartzsite, Arizona for Valentine's Day. Part of it was the beginning of our Love Fest celebrations. Uh, it was accompanied by a SpaceX launch that lit up the horizon really beautifully, and we had a lot of really talented drummers and musicians come out, and a lot of people that just are so supportive to one another. It was really just such a beautiful gathering around a couple of campfires, and beautiful people, connection. That it was delightful, so beautiful, and we spun some fire, and we had a great time, and that was really awesome. I see that Aaron's online, which is great. Erin is absolutely amazing, Miss Black Sunshine. We had actually our, she's also known as Miss Stick, and together we are Stick and Stoned. I'm taking on a new fire spinning professional persona known as Stoned. I'm still performing as Clayton Allred and still a part of Fire Muse Circus and Breath of Fire, All Red Fire Tribe. But part of that, I'm taking on, for the first time ever, an alter ego known as Stoned. And we're going to be putting out some material for you, both on YouTube as like Kicking It with Stick and Stone, as well as performing some beautiful, beautiful new fire for you. And I'm really excited to share this and develop this, and like uh, that's another thing that the church is really heavy in promoting and putting into your brain and into your heart. Do what you love. Do what you love. And if you don't know what you love, experiment. Look for it. Check into new things. Be open. And see what really just energizes you. What makes you feel so good about doing? And then do that. And if you feel like you don't have enough time to do that, do whatever it takes to remove that belief and create time to do what you love, even if it's for 10 minutes, half an hour. But make that commitment. Make that commitment to yourself to do what you love. And if you don't love what you're doing, I recommend not doing it anymore. And I also recommend figuring out a way that's a step-by-step way to move out away from what you don't like doing into what you do like doing. Unless your heart says just jump. And if your heart says jump, listen to your heart and jump. Let go of the fear. Just jump. I jumped 20 years ago when I quit my job. This is actually my 20th anniversary of being a professional fire dancer. And it has been a wild ride, I'll tell you what. And it's not necessarily easy. However, it can be as hard as you want it to be. And it can be as easy as you want it to be. And it's all about, am I doing what I love? Yeah, I am. I sure am. I'm doing what I love, and I love doing it. And it's really interesting because when I get caught up in my head and I get worried about all these other things, I notice that I stop doing what I love and I don't have time to do what I love. And that's when I really need to like go outside and play with my stick. That's when I need to stop and take a break. Even if I really don't think I have time. It is time for me to reconnect with myself and remember that I love doing what I love. And my body is energized and activated by me doing what I love. The only people that are limiting us is ourselves. The only person limiting me is me. And I am removing all limits, and I recommend you do the same. And I'm breaking away on a daily basis, and I'm getting better and better and better. And I'm being more and more conscious about the words that come out of my mouth and the thoughts that I think. And an invitation for you to do the same. The other thing, this comes up, so I'm speaking it because it's coming up. Napoleon Hill once said, I think it's actually in Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read that, I recommend reading it. I recommend listening to some Napoleon Hill. And that will lead you to like Neville Goddard and a whole bunch of really cool people. But he once said he went and bought a pretty nice dictionary, and he opened it and cut out the word impossible. And he said, I would recommend you do the same. And for some reason that's coming up, and for those of you that is resonating with, I highly recommend buying a dictionary at a Goodwill or a thrift store, or going and buying one at Barnes and Nobles, whatever works for you, and opening it up, finding the word impossible and cutting that out, removing it. I even actually recommend consciously burning it. Light that word on fire and release it into the ethers before it no longer exists. Yeah. And if Flow Arts interests you at all, if it calls to you at all, say yes. Say yes and do it. Whatever tool is calling to you, whatever toy, whatever type of dance, any type of if or if martial arts, breathing, qigong, if anything's calling out to you right now, listen. It's your body calling it, you to it, and it to you. Listen and say yes. Say yes and take the initiative, take the action to listen and follow your heart. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That is this week's mission. Okay? Listen to those things. Listen to those desires of interest that are calling to you and say yes. And take the steps necessary to start exploring. Explore what your heart is asking you to explore. Yeah. Cool. Also, we as an organization are on a fundraising campaign. We have lots of different activities and projects being developed inside of each temple, but as a organization, it takes quite a bit of money to do just to operate. And so far, it's been all coming out of uh, our pockets, and we're a bunch of professional artists and dancers and musicians and like uh, out of the box thinkers, all living on artist budgets, and we are paying for all of this, and we could definitely use some inflow from people that are experiencing and resonating with what we are doing, because we are doing grand things. And we have the potential to do all kinds of grand things, but we need to keep on moving forward. And in order to keep on moving forward, well, we're going to make it happen no matter what. But we could definitely use some support. Right now, we have a goal of $3,600 that will cover all of our needs for the rest of the year as far as operation costs and getting the programs and tools for us to do what we do on the level that we really get to do it. So if you can contribute, we have a PayPal link. We are a nonprofit 501c3. It is a tax deductible donation. We can provide you with a tax deductible receipt, and we would be honored and grateful to receive that energetic support. Teamwork makes the dream work, and we all have different talents. We all have different gifts. This is also a grand invitation for if you got a talent, if you got a gift that you want to share, and you're really wanting to do something proactive on planet Earth that raises the collective of the whole, please reach out, get involved, say hi, say, hey, I do this and this and this. It takes us all working together to really create us coming together on the level that it is my intention to come together. So uh, I just want to it's an invitation to come together. And the more we come together, the more powerful we become, the greater influence we have on our local communities, the more that ripples out in like we are the ones we've been waiting for. And from an accountable space, it's all up to me. I. And I am taking the action that I need to take in order to create what I want to create, and that's world peace, abundance for all life on planet Earth, bliss, Can you imagine us all being happy, blissful, everybody having what they need? That doesn't mean everybody is blissful all the time, but it's definitely a possibility, especially when we start listening to one another, when we start nurturing ourselves and giving ourselves what we need. That's the biggest thing. Because if we're doing that, we're not looking for it. We're not in need anymore. I love you all. And love is the most powerful vibrational love and gratitude. Have you ever seen what love and gratitude, just the words, does to a water molecule? Yeah. And think, when we give ourselves love, that's what we're doing to all of our water molecules, whether you realize it or not. And if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, uh, search for like frozen water molecules and water. Either way, I feel like that's probably. Actually, I want to explain in deeper levels of what I talk about promoting. And there's all kinds of ways you can celebrate Love Fest Day. There is no right or wrong way to celebrate Love Fest Day. Just make sure that you're giving yourself time and space to give yourself some love, do something loving for yourself, and do something you love, that you love doing. Yeah. Okay. Um, I was inspired to roll an I Ching for the world. And I am going to read that for you now. We rolled hexagram 19, line 2, and hexagram 24. I really enjoyed Aaron read a paragraph or two from hexagram 30 last in her video the other day, and it really inspired me because it's just so powerful. And what I'm reading from is the Brian Brownie Walker translation of the I Ching. And I am a little stuffed up still. My body's been magnificently fighting off this cold that came on really quick and hard, and it's just been actually a beautiful experience of reformatting and readjusting within. But I am a little stuffy still, so and that's perfect, I'm sure. All right, Earth over Lake. Lynn, hexagram 19, approach. Good approaches the superior person. The hexagram Lynn signals the approach of a powerful and beneficial influence. Just as the winter solstice heralds the return of spring, the appearance of this hexagram marks a similar movement towards light and growth. Progress and success are assured now to those who persevere on the path of truth. To maximize the opportunity implicit in this moment, it is important to cultivate a proper attitude. It is easy during good times to relax our inner discipline and fall back into incorrect thoughts and actions. Allowing one's ego to take over in a moment of success is a sure means of ending the progress that has begun. The growth that is at hand was made possible by conscientious behavior, and continuing carefully along that path is the only sure means of coming into full possession of it. A steadfast modesty and acceptance, whether external conditions are good or bad, is the mark of a superior person. I'm going to read that line one more time because that. A steadfast modesty and acceptance, whether external conditions are good or bad, is the mark of a superior person. In yourself, maintain balance, equanimity, and humility in times of accomplishment. With others, remain patient, tolerant, and gentle. Clinging to these principles assures you of a time of joy and prosperity. And then line 2 is alliance with the sage ensures progress in good times and bad. Accept external conditions and maintain inner discipline. I'm going to read that part one more time. I'm just going to read that whole line one more time. Alliance with the sage ensures progress in good times and bad. Accept external conditions and maintain your inner discipline. Like grand advice. And then that changes into 24, which is earth over thunder. 24, Fu, return. A time of darkness comes to close. Receiving this hexagram is a sign that you have reached a turning point. The moment is akin to winter solstice, and the greatest adversity is past, and the light is beginning to return. Nonetheless, one cannot force the completion of a change, and it is wise to rest. Act only when you can move gently and innocently, and all will be well. Fu also comes to remind you as a reminder to return to the light within yourself. Growth is only possible when we relinquish the expressions of the ego, pride, impatience, anger, and desire. To act forcefully or ambitiously now will only generate misfortune. Let things develop naturally in their own way. Simply observe and accept changes as you observe and accept the rising of the sun. Allow yourself to rest and gather strength for a time of growth ahead. By holding to modesty, gentleness, and correct conduct, you prepare the ground for a fruitful blossoming when the light fully returns. So, that is the universe's I Ching message for the human race today on Love Fest Day. And on Love Fest Day, I promote loving yourself at least 9 times, 3 sets of 3, and then remembering to receive that and feel that and soak that in. You can eye gaze with yourself while you do it. You can pat yourself while you do it, but give yourself some love, right? Do something that you love and create time and space to do what you love. Reach out to 3 people that have deeply impacted your life. Think of 3 people that have deeply impacted your life. Reach out to them. Bonus points if you're able to spend some time with them and actually have like an in-person, person-to-person conversation. And if not, connect with them over a phone call, a video call, but write them a letter. But reach out and share with them how grateful you are for how they've impacted your life and what it meant to you. And the +1, do 3 random or well-thought acts of kindness. Everybody saw it, Pay It Forward, right? Have you seen Pay It Forward? Well, Pay It Forward works. And I cried with my grandmother as I watched that with my grandmother, and we both bawled and bawled and bawled. It was so beautiful. And there's nothing stopping us from creating the same thing on a daily basis. And I'm saying, hey, let's do this on Love Fest Day. At least once a month, right? Where we consciously do it. And those little things, those acts of kindness, those acts of love really do ripple out, and they mean so much. They mean they mean the world to people. And when somebody shows up for you in a way like that, that's just like, yeah, it's sometimes not just moment changing, it's sometimes life changing. Well, it really is always life changing because it really changes what space we're coming from. Because all of a sudden we're feeling seen, valued, and blessed, right? And that's every human being on planet Earth wants to feel that and deserves to feel that because we're all worthy of that. And we all deserve that. So, yeah, spread that love around. Thank you for joining us. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, share this with your friends. If this church, if this organization resonates, or like you feel like your cousin Bob would just love to be a part of this, or if you want to come spin fire with us, you want to create with us, are you into sustainability? Are you an artist that wants to create expansion? Like, let's work together, reach out, get involved. We love you. I love you. And have a beautiful week. And yeah, if you also, please, if you got money, donate. We can do some magical things with it. Um, and tune in next Wednesday at 3:33. I go live every Wednesday at 3:33 Mountain Standard Time, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. And I look forward to seeing these ripples of love happen as we choose to participate in Love Fest Day. So, have a beautiful week. Love you. Bye.